Welcome back to Roaming the World with you. Today we're going to be taking a look at our top 10 travel moments from 2024 in no particular order. Our experiences, our adventures, our food tours, our hikes, our climbs, our falls, and everything in between.
But before we get into our top 10, we want to give away a adventure book. And you're like, what is an adventure book, Christina? An adventure book it's actually called The Adventure Book. It is kind of like a pre-made scrapbook for all of your travels and your adventures. We have one and we got an extra one, not sponsored. We paid for this to give away to our followers and subscribers as a thank you for supporting us over the last, has it been 3 years since we started posting?
Yeah,
since we started
like
roaming?
3 years,
Yeah, I think it's been 3 years since we officially started roaming the world with you. As a thank you, we want to give away one of these to you all. So how do I enter? All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to our channel and comment below one of your favorite memories of 2024. It could be travel related or non-travel related. It does not matter. And bonus entry, go over to our Instagram at Roaming the World with You, follow us there and find our most recent posts and also comment your best memory or moment of 2024. And we will send this out to one winner.
The deadline for the giveaway is January 14th. So make sure to put in your comments before then.
Number 1, climbing Santa Ana Volcano in El Salvador. And when I tell you, I'm a researcher, right? Like I want to know as much as I can know about an activity or a place before I get there. And this volcano, there was no answer to the question, how long does it take to climb the volcano? Sean's coworker told us it took him 45 minutes?
Yep.
45 minutes. Our driver told us it takes like 2 to 3 hours. Somebody else says it takes an hour and a half. And when I say that I can't even tell you how long it took us to get up this volcano, but I gave up because I was over it. Sean kept going, but every time we reached like a point and I asked somebody, oh, how much longer? 5 more minutes. 5 more. Oh, how much longer? 20 minutes later. Oh, how much longer? 5 more minutes. So the running theme of the El Salvador trip ended up being 5 more minutes.
Number 2, Halong Bay in Vietnam. For Christina's birthday, we went on this lovely 24-hour-long cruise in Halong Bay, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And the boat was absolutely gorgeous. It was the elite of the seas.
Yeah.
And the food was delicious. The staff was so nice.
We had like a 8-course lunch and dinner.
Yeah. It was a luxury experience. We had a room with a balcony and a nice bathtub. Everything was very nice. We got to see the captain's quarters. We got to look like we were steering the ship when really there's too many controls. But it was just a great experience. There's even mini golf on the boat. So there was a lot to do. And then we got to see how the locals that lived there are living, like the fishing villages. And there was other ships there, which was also cool. And yeah, so we got some beautiful views of Halong Bay.
Number 3 was horse racing in Barbados. So as you all may know, Sean's family's from Barbados. And so we go, if not every year, every other year to visit. And it's kind of more of a like chill vacation because we've been there so much. So it's not like we feel like we need to see so much in the limited amount of time we're in other countries. But for this trip to Barbados, I really wanted to do something new. And Sean's uncle is a huge like Barbados horse racing fan. And so I asked him to get us tickets to a horse race, which happened to be like one of the last ones during like the last ones of the season during our time in Barbados. And when I tell you, I had so much fun and I learned so much. I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much as I did. But first off, like some of the horses I bet on won. And for the last horse race, which I don't know what it's called, like what's the term for like the last race, but I won. My horse won the last and like ultimate race in Barbados. Don't quote me on the terminology, y'all. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to get dressed up and like learn about the terminology and see the horses and place bets and just like the energy. It's such a it's part of the culture in Barbados, horse racing. And then to add to that, you can also see the horses in the ocean. So the trainers every morning take the horses to kind of get some ocean water, get some fresh air, just run around for a little. Well, they're not really running, but to just kind of get some exercise and cleaned off in the ocean. And so you can go there, you can take pictures with them and just really see how much the trainers care about the horses as well.
Number 4 is swimming with stingrays in the Cayman Islands. And let me tell you, this was also this was so amazing and beautiful. But I did not expect there to be like hundreds of stingrays out there. We were afraid of stepping on them. We were afraid of falling and like landing on a stingray. I was afraid of stingrays, like my hand going into stingray's mouth. I was afraid of getting a hickey from a stingray.
Oh my God. How would you get a hickey? How would you get a hickey?
If you touched your face or you touched your neck or anything, the stingray in an attempt to feed, right, would smell like the squid that was maybe on your hand and then would approach your neck and suck on your neck, which I didn't see it happen to anybody, but the thought was there. So yeah, so it was terrifying for me, lots of fun for Christina, and an overall just really fun experience. And there were other things that we did, the Starfish Beach and our adventure in the caves in the Cayman Islands. So all of that together was one excursion, really.
Yeah. Number 5 was getting custom shoes made in Hoi An, Vietnam. So your girl has wide feet, and not like normal wide feet where it's just like fat. Like I truly am, the bones of my feet are very wide, so I can't even squeeze into like regular shoes. So one of the goals of going to Vietnam was to get a custom pair of Birkenstocks. And I was so happy, one, that I found the shop that I wanted to get them done at, and they were able to do it in less than 24 hours. And so we took a cab, like an Uber, to Hoi An because we were staying in Da Nang. Went to the shop. She drew my foot, like literally measured my foot on a piece of paper. It looked humongous. I was just like, damn, I didn't think my feet were that big, but listen. And so she like measured them, and then I got to choose the color fabric, like the leather, the pleather, I'm sure it was, of the Birkenstocks. I got to choose like the buckle color and like the bottom, the sole part as well. So I went with blue and rose gold for the buckles. And then she just, I like paid the deposit, and then she said, come back the next day at X time and they'll be done. And I couldn't wear them right away because you have to wait for everything to like still settle and set in. But I wear them all the time. Every time we go someplace warm, I have them on my feet, and they're so comfortable. They haven't worn at all. They haven't like lifted. They haven't done anything. And I've even worn them to the beach and gotten them wet when I shouldn't have. So that shows like its true quality. And so Sean also got a belt, I believe, right?
Yeah, I got a belt.
Yeah. Sean got a belt there as well, how's the belt holding up?
I think it's good. I think that's the one I wear every day now, actually.
And so the next, like, I really want to go back to Hoi An, Vietnam to get clothes, because that's really what they're like, besides leather and like other like accessories, I guess, shoes and accessories. They're really known for custom tailored clothing, and we didn't have enough time. So next time I know that I want to go back, have ideas of clothes I want made so that I can get custom fit clothing.
All right, number 6, Pedro St. James on Grand Cayman. Right next to where we stayed at an Airbnb, there's a beautiful, not castle. They're very clear, it's not a castle. From a certain perspective, it looks like a castle, but it is a historic site where a lot of different historical events happened, and it's just a beautiful property also. and we learned a lot about the history of the Cayman Islands there. We had a wonderful tour guide that told us like everything and more. But yeah, there's history of the people of the Cayman Islands, the agricultural elements. Like there was a bed that they made with this rope that was made from the palm trees there. Yeah. And so there's a lot. There was a lot to learn, and the property is beautiful. I highly recommend, if you're in the Cayman Islands, look up Pedro St. James and give it a visit. It's worth getting a tour guide.
Number 7. So I went on a girls' trip for my friend's birthday to Belize over the summer. And one of the things that we did was rent a private boat to just go out along like the river to the ocean, I believe. And the captain of the boat and his crew caught us fresh lobster and made us literally like on this private beach fresh lobster ceviche, like straight from the ocean. It was the freshest seafood probably that I've ever had, the closest I've ever had, like literally farm to table in Belize. And we had that and rum punch and just listened to music and just chilled on this beautiful beach that we had entirely to ourselves. And Sean's never been to Belize, so hopefully we can go again and rent a boat, and maybe we'll find the same captain and we can get some fresh lobster ceviche.
So number 8, I took a quick trip to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I was able to see a little bit of Pittsburgh by riding bikes along the water and through like the industrial streets of Pittsburgh. And I got to learn a lot about like the iron working that they were doing there. And like, I did stop at a beer hall also. And
while riding the bike?
Yeah. Yeah. So I had a beer, got back on the bike, went back down. It was beautiful. It's probably like a really good way to see a place is getting on like a bike or a scooter or something.
We've never done that.
Yeah, well a
in
little
Mexico, in Tulum, we rented it's not a moped, but
the
whatever.
Vespa?
The Vespa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend, just in general, it was a good learning for me to see a place by riding a bike, and I got to see a little bit of the downtown area, and yeah, there's a lot more for me to see in Pittsburgh. So I will be going back.
Number 9 is all the new foods we've gotten to try this year. Love food. We love trying new food, having new experiences. And also, I enjoy trying food that I may have tried in the United States and other places because they do things differently, right? It's grown differently, it's harvested differently, it's prepared differently. And so sometimes there has been moments where there's something that I've had in the US that I don't like, but then I've had it in another country and I really like it a lot. So we've tried, what have we tried this year? Oh my God. Okay. So we had fried pho in Vietnam. I had never heard of fried pho. Like usually it's like the soup pho. So that was absolutely delicious. We had balut. We had 2 different types of balut in Vietnam. We had quail balut. And then in Cambodia, we had like the duck balut. So like the more, I think, well-known to us balut. And then Sean ate a water bug in Cambodia as well. And then
a beetle.
But okay, to me it was a water bug. And then we had frog leg or like frog. We tried to have turtle in the Cayman Islands because it's its national dish, but every time we tried to get it, it was sold out. So that means it must be good. So that also means that we have to go back to the Cayman Islands to try turtle stew. In particular is what the dish is in the Cayman Islands. Oh, we had iguana, y'all, in El Salvador. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. That was really good, actually. I would have that again.
I'd wanted more.
What else? We had deep dish pizza in Chicago. You know, it's not better than New York pizza. Sorry.
Not sorry.
Someone told me Detroit pizza is better than New York and Chicago pizza, but I haven't had Detroit pizza, so that is to be determined. Oh, we had Indian tacos in Phoenix. That was really good. The indigenous tacos, remember, in Phoenix?
Oh, right. Yeah.
That was the bread, like the fry bread, delicious. We have eaten good this year and hope to continue to have delicious food, try new to us foods, and continue exploring countries and cities through their food.
All right. So number 10, the Coca-Cola factory in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a big museum with like the whole history of like the original creation of Coca-Cola, you know, the battle for the formula, people doing imitation Coca-Cola.
I'm Team Pepsi. I do not like Coke, y'all.
And then we got to do a tasting of all the different types of Coca-Cola related products, which to be honest, it was too much.
Because it's like from all around the world. So not
Yeah.
even things that are not just in the United States. So versions of literally, it must have been hundreds.
Yeah. You would be surprised if you look up what is a Coca-Cola product. There are a lot.
Okay.
If you want to see more of the Coca-Cola factory, check out our video in Atlanta. Okay, so bonus number 11 is my birthday party in El Salvador. Everybody, Christina especially, but also my friends, while I was getting a lovely massage in the Airbnb. It was a very luxurious experience, a very beautiful Airbnb. They set up a surprise like birthday setup, and it was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, the housekeeper taught us how to make pupusas. More specifically, my friends. I didn't. I mean, I watched the making of the pupusas.
He refused to participate.
Because I knew I'd mess it up. In any event, yeah, so my birthday party was really cool. There was a nice setup. It was a beautiful place to be. Christina put a lot of work in, so I'm very grateful and thankful, and it was a lot of fun.
So that is our top 10, top 11 moments, experiences, memories of our 2024 travels. Don't forget, if you like to enter the giveaway to win this beautiful adventure book, comment below what is one of your favorite moments or memories of 2024, travel and non-travel related. Head over to our Instagram at Roaming the World with You and comment on our most recent post.
Don't forget to like the video, leave your comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in 2025.